everyone, it is Erica back on the Altenew YouTube channel, and today I thought I'd go back to the beginning of the month, which hopefully it will make a little bit more sense. If you follow me on Instagram, you might recognize this card. I was part of the Crafty Necessities Cardstock Instagram hop on the 1st of November, and I posted this card. And people were just loving it. So I thought, you know what? Let's go through and I will show you exactly the color cardstock I've used, exactly how to put these together, and let's just have some fun with it. And I mean, I will probably change things around just a tiny bit, but you will get the gist of exactly what I used and how I made it. And if you feel so inclined, you can then go ahead and make your own. So first off, we are going to take the die cut set. So this is the Hellebore layering die set. So this is one of the Crafty Flower sets, and it's got a bunch of different die cuts in here. So on the back here is also got the layering guides and how you do them, and it's got the keyhole system. So even though there's a lot of pieces, you can see here on the packaging here, they all have like different sort of shapes to kind of clue you in on which one goes where. And next up, we are going to look at our blue cardstock. So I have used Iceberg, also ultramarine, and for that really deep, delicious dark blue, the azurite. And I've actually already cut these because I cut them in half before, well, not half, but almost half, when I was die cutting for this one here. And I thought, I'm just gonna use the rest of these, of course, you know, rather than getting a whole new sheet out. Yes. So for our greens, I have used hunter green, sweet leaf, and also a little bit of minty mint. So the minty mint is for the little bits in the middle here, like the sort of, it's not stamens, is it, for flowers like this? But let's just go with the middle. So I've got same thing here. I've got 3 pieces already cut out. So we're going to use these. We're going to run them through our die cutting machine. We're going to cut out a bunch of pieces. And I have also already a whole interlude of, a whole stack of die cuts already cut out. Because once I get on a roll, it's hard to rein myself in. I can't help it. I'm just a little bit nuts like that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to put all of this that we don't need away. We're going to get our die cutting machine out, and we are going to get on a roll. Yes, we are. So we're going to place this card out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. And we're going to get our die cutting machine out. And we will cut all of the blue bits first. So I'm going to start with the darkest cardstock, that is, and we're going to take all of the flower pieces. Like that. I might be pushing it a little bit to try to get them all on the same one. So let's see, I also have a crack there, so I'll probably need to put them on this side. So we are going to pull this out, and you know what? We're gonna stop being crazy here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this a little bit. So we're gonna see how wide. So, okay, like that. We're gonna cut. And we're going to do them a little bit at a time rather than try to squeeze everything in, which admittedly is very tempting indeed, but we're going to do a little bit at a time, or the separate pieces at a time anyway. So we're going to cut another piece, and we're going to do these as well. Ooh, okay. That is perhaps a tiny bit too skinny, so it might be a good idea to, rather than being willy-nilly like I was right there, measure your cardstock before you cut it. so you don't waste any, because we don't like wasting this gorgeous cardstock. Okay. So here we have all of the pieces. So these 3 here obviously belong together. They've got like a keyhole, actual keyhole. So we're gonna put those in one pile. Like that. And these have got little triangle. So we're gonna keep these in a little pile. Like that. And then we have another shape triangle. This one is slightly smaller. So if you are ever in doubt, you just need to check the sizes and then you'll be good to go. And then this one has got like an arrow. So we're gonna get these into one pile, and then we're basically gonna do this with all of the color cardstock as well until we have, well, I say all of them. We're going to do the blues for the flower parts, and then we're going to do the greens for the leafy parts, and also the middle parts, or the minty mint anyway. Okay. Okay, I'm almost embarrassed by this. But as you can see, I have been on a bit of a roll. I have no explanation. I can't stop, apparently. So we're going to gloss over the fact that I'm a complete lunatic, and we are going to start putting our flowers together so that we will end up with something like this one, or this one, or maybe even this one. Yeah. Okay, so obviously what you need to do is you need to separate them out so that each one, we're going to zoom in a little bit here, right, just so you see. So each one with the correct pattern are all together. And then what we're going to do, or what you are going to do, is you're going to decide whether you want to do flowers with all the same colors or if you want to mix and match them. So as you can see here, I have done this one here with iceberg cardstock, and it looks really pretty, right? But there is something to be said for the ones where you mix and match a little bit, because you just, you know, and like on here as well, it pops even more, doesn't it? So we probably will do a few, you know. It's not like I'm going to run out of pieces, so, you know, it would kind of be crazy not to, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with the biggest one, which is the actual keyhole here. So we're going to take one of those, and then we're going to go for number 2. So it also has numbers here, right? So we're going to go for number 1, we're going to go for number 2, and you're just going to basically puzzle them so that they fit perfectly together like that. And then also it helps if you have a little bit of glue. Okay, so don't go crazy with the glue here. So we're going to take this first one. So number 1, we're going to add number 2, and we're going to line them up so that they are perfectly aligned. You can see that. Or can you? We need something white. Here we go. Okay. So you can see perfectly aligned on top like that. And then we're going to pick out number 3. Okay, so this one is actually the same color, but oh well, we will go for that. Or should we do a lighter one? Oh, a light one would do. That would look nice. Okay, so same principle, you just lay them up like that. And then when we're looking for the bit to go on top, we do the same thing. So we're going to look for the one that has the keyhole. And then, so on the, let's see now here. Okay, So on the pieces as well, so we're going to keep that one right there. So you get quite a few pieces here, right? So then we also need one of those sizes there. And we're going to go for a kind of greenish size here. So now they do cut out the shape with the actual keyhole as well as the shape itself, but we want just the shape with the actual pattern on that. So that one goes on top, and then that goes on top of that. And that is it. So simple. It really is that simple. Okay, so we're gonna take our flower. We're gonna add a little bit of glue here. We're gonna take this and plop down on top. Same principle. Gonna line that up. And then we're gonna add a little bit more glue here so that our little green, it's not a circle, is it? But our shape can fit like that. Okay. So we're going to do the rest of them now, or I am going to do the rest of them. I will speed this part up. So we're going to end up with a big bunch of flowers. Okay, so basic principle is find the same symbol, match those up, and go for all of the little layers that match the same flower. But bear in mind that these are just like instructions. So if you want to just play around and make your own flowers, go for it. Take the wild route, like your creativity, decide what you want to do. This is just kind of like if you like the basic path, and then it's up to you what you decide to do. But here, so I have used all of the bits and pieces except for these two little petal pieces that are left. And the reason there are two left is because on one of the flowers, I actually did exactly what I just said. I have mixed and matched a little bit. So here I have used I think it's two pieces extra that I shouldn't have used, that I should have used. But here you can see all of the different ones together, like all of the different color cardstock. And something else that I did do as well is that on this one here, it's supposed to have like all of the like extra little pieces underneath. And I have actually skipped those completely. So I have mixed and matched here in the middle on these flowers as well. And I'm going to keep those pieces, these ones here, because I think I actually have a fun idea to make a background with these, but we'll do that another time. So these are the ones I mean here. So if you wanted to do all of those layers, just go for it. There's nobody stopping you, obviously, but I decided to kind of cut part of that out just to focus on, getting more flowers rather than doing them exactly as the sort of the instruction says, which in an instructional YouTube video, I suppose, is a little bit of a rebel move, but I am quite a bit of a rebel when it comes to card making. But anyway, we are going to take all of these now and we are going to make a card. And we're going to start with one card, and it did snowball into two. So we're going to take the kind of like general principle of this one. We're going to take our greens. We're going to create kind of like a wreath or foliage background, and then we're going to plonk our flowers on top and mix and match them all so that it looks very pretty. And then we're going to stick a sentiment on, and the sentiment is from the Timeless Sentiments 2 set. I love that one. This one is a particular favorite, but I also have this one, Celebrate, which is already made. So you know what, I'm just going to use the ones that I have, although she says that and then she cuts out another one. But I'm trying to use up the pieces that I have before I start making more. So we are going to take a card base, and now we're going to have some fun. So this is the best part. So I'm going to change the opening of the card. So we have the top fold, and now we're going to have the side fold. But that is, the basic difference, I guess. But I will do a slightly different layout, and obviously the sentiment is different. But let's see what we can come up with. Here. So with some of these, I like sort of layering them up again for kind of like a really thick sort of foliage look, because it just kind of makes it look healthy, doesn't it? I think it does. So we're gonna take some of the minty mints and some of the sweet leaf and some of the hunter green, and we're going to create quite a nice sort of solid, I was gonna say not bush. Hellebores don't grow on bushes, do they? They have just leaves. So okay, we're gonna take a couple of these anyway. We're gonna glue them together, and then we're probably most likely going to cut one or two in half to kind of fill in like the empty areas here. Although we'll see, because it's actually quite nice with a little bit of that white around there as well, isn't it? So this one, I think we're going to glue down here. If you don't want to go in wild like I'm doing, and actually forgetting that your sentiment is not actually the have a good day, it's a straight one. So you're thinking, oh, you need to leave that top left corner nice and white for the sentiment, and then realizing, oh, actually we're using a different one. You could always do your flowers and your greenery in separate layers, and then you pick them up with present seal, and then that way you will have less surprises, I suppose. But here, I decided to just kind of, you know what, we're just going to foretell, but I did remember to place the sentiment where I kind of wanted and then build the greenery and the flowers around that a little bit better. But yes, key point and memo to self. If you want your sentiment to be kind of the focal point, it's a good idea to decide where that's going to go before you start adding flowers and things. Yes. But on the back of the Celebrate, I do think a little bit of instant dimension foam tape will be just a thing, so that it kind of stands up a little bit more, because, you know, you can't ever have too much dimension and layers, can you? I know that kind of sounded a little bit like a challenge, doesn't it? But, you know, we're going to kind of go steady today. We're not going to go bonk bonk and, you know, let's have like 500 layers on our cards. We're going to do just, you know, four or five. Yeah, but that is our second card done. And then I realized that, you know what, we have two beautiful cards. However, we have enough flowers that we can actually make another one. So I have cut out a third and final sentiment from the Timeless Sentiment stamps, die cut set. And we are going to use up the rest of the greenery. We're going to use up a lot of the flowers, and we are going to make the most of it. Now, this one, I may have gone completely over the top bonkers crazy. But here, I did remember my memo to self about using the kind of the greenery, the present seal. And that made a difference. It really did, because I had already decided like where the flowers are going to go. And then it was just a case of adding a little bit of liquid adhesive and putting that down, and then popping the sentiment into the kind of like little half wreath hole that I made for it. But that was it. So a couple of the flowers had to be moved around a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. And these are our three final cards here, and just two die cut sets, and that is it. It really is. And of course, a slew of Crafty Necessities colored cardstock as well. But that, you know, the two basic die sets, and that's it. I would love to hear which one you think is your favorite. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. And that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by today and hanging in there. And I will see you soon again. Bye for now.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.